welcome back to another Road to 250 kg deadlift video. So I am coming off, I think I mentioned it in my last video, but I am coming off a little bit of an injury. That's why I haven't posted in a few weeks. I tweaked my back doing some yard work, so that did set things back a little bit. But now we're in December, or moving into December, so I'm officially starting my 24-week program to peak in next June for that heavy single. So this is going to be in 4-week blocks with multiple deload phases and then multiple heavy tests, but really it's going to be more focused on the posterior chain and working with slightly higher volume. So instead of priming the nervous system, which what I have been for the last few months with heavy singles, it's really going to be focused more on heavy sets of 4, and then peaking for the 1 rep max test, which would be 3 total times prior to my ultimate peak next May, hopefully with that 90% single and then 100% single in June. So is my general target. I have the numbers all worked out. For this point moving forward, it's going to be really important that I stick to that program. You know, I've certainly been a little bit loose with my programming, just kind of doing what the body feels like. You know, I think it's important because you're first warming up and getting back into working out. But then once you're in your flow, there's a reason you have a program, right? And it's not to say that you stick to it 100%. You know, if you have a small little tweak to work around, or, you know, if you had, let's say the kids are up all night and you didn't get any sleep, sure, right? You know, let's tweak the program, let's be flexible. But the point is we have the roadmap and we're here to follow it, right? And if I'm gonna pull that big deadlift next June, that's really not very much time to prep, right? So I mean, I'm floating at like a 425 max currently for a heavy single. You know, and so essentially I need to get 100 pounds added to that in the next 6 months, which is going to be quite the feat, right? But this is where, you know, the calories are up. This is where we're really focusing on the volume and being more specific on the muscle groups that are worked, right? Prior to this, I was working on a 3-day split, including really a leg day, a chest day, and then a back day, with the heavy day being on Monday. I'm going to maintain that heavy day on Monday, but really I'm going to drop the chest and back, or the chest and legs almost entirely, right? I'm still going to maintain a squat on day 2, and I'm also going to maintain an incline bench on day 2, but I'm going to mix those 2 compound exercises on the same day, and all other days are really going to be posterior chain focused. So this is it. This is where the iron meets the road. It's grind time, but I'm pretty excited. So we'll see how today goes. Today will be the first day of the back off set. So I'm planning, my heavy set's only going to be 315 for a single set of 4, and then with several back offs following that with some higher reps. But I'm also incorporating a lot of new posterior chain focused workouts into the routine as well. So I'll kind of talk you through some of those maybe as we go a little bit further. But for now, that's enough rambling. I'm almost to the gym. Got to get into that headspace, and I will catch you guys at the next one.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Real good.
time incorporating snatch, grip, Romanian deadlifts, following my back off conventional pulls, and even at 135, the form just felt really awkward to me. But I was able to get the sets in and the reps, which they were called for. But that's definitely something that I want to really work on, cleaning up my form and adding a little bit more weight to. I certainly was feeling a tightness in my hamstrings and lower back, right where you're supposed to feel it with the workout. But my wrist felt really awkward, and my back, I think, was possibly rounding a little bit more. I have to go back and rewatch the video I took to see how it looked. The other exercise, which is one that I've never done before, surprisingly, is the glute hamstring raise. And that might be the hardest exercise I've ever done. You know, I've pulled over 500 pounds, and I would say that was harder. I felt like my hamstrings were going to pop. There was so much tension in them, which, you know, flexibility has never been my strong suit, but I was surprised, even at body weight, how hard they were. I was able to get 5 reps in each set, but it was not pretty, and I was in serious pain following that. So I'm kind of curious to see how I feel tomorrow with my recovery. I do have heavy squats, safety bar squats tomorrow, but I'm guessing my lower back and hamstrings are just going to be torched getting out of bed tomorrow, which is normal. You know, these are new exercises. These are, like I said, posterior chain deadlift support specific. So I'm expecting to have some serious tightness, but I'm hoping it doesn't impede my heavy squats. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm definitely going to really focus on getting my calories in and keeping up with my 5-minute walks. It's going to be just keep the tightness from setting in too much. But overall, it was a fantastic workout. Like I said, I started off with my heavy set of 4. I pulled 315. Honestly, that felt pretty light. I definitely could have got quite a few more. But that's exactly what I want, right? It's a little bit of a back off, and then I pulled 225 for 3 sets of 7. And then I did 3 sets of the Romanian deadlifts, moved to the glute hamstring raises, 2 sets of that, and then I did 3 sets of reverse hypers, which is an exercise I have done before, but I kept it at body weight, just kept it smooth, worked on not swinging, just using the motion, and actually felt pretty good because that actually loosened up my lower back and even my hamstrings, oddly enough, at the end. So I thought that was pretty good. I was supposed to do planks today, but I ran out of time. I got to get to work. I have a call coming up here that I have to jump on. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. So I'll incorporate planks either tonight when I'm getting ready to call it a day, or I'll finish up with planks tomorrow. I haven't 100% decided yet. Probably just see how things go. I do want to incorporate more stretching before bed, so maybe planks is a good time to do that. But, all right, I will. This is where I'm going to wrap things up. Day 1 officially of my new 24-week program. Hope you follow along, and we can all cheer together when I pull that heavy single next summer. So catch you at the next one.